You heard when Secretary General spoke that there would be a surprise. It's not my task to disclose this secret. My task is a more pleasant one, and this is to introduce President Emeritus of the Hoge Raad, Dutch Supreme Court, Justice Willem Haag, who has also worked closely for a number of years with the Permanent Court of Arbitration as appointing authority for the purpose of one important claims tribunal based here in The Hague. So it's my pleasure to give now the floor to Justice Haag, while thanking Professor Paulsen and the panelists for appearing this afternoon. Justice Haag, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this afternoon, the Secretary General informed you that a special ceremony would take place at the end of today's seminar. And that moment has now arrived. When I look around, I see people of many different nationalities brought together today through a common interest in that which the Peace Palace symbolizes, the peaceful settlement of international disputes. It is a source of pride for me as Dutchman that the Netherlands is host to such a special building, to the important institutions that it houses, and to the individuals from all over the world who work within its walls. It is with respect to one such individual that I am addressing you now. The Netherlands bestows royal distinctions upon select individuals, including non-nationals, who have made a contribution of special and exceptional value to society. This distinction is known as the Order of Orange Nassau. May I invite Mr. Brooks Daly, Deputy Secretary General and Principal Legal Counsel of the PCA, to step up to the rostrum. Where is he? Oh, there. Brooks Daly joined the PCA in March 2002, just over 11 years ago. He has acted as advisor to 3 preceding Secretaries General, each of whom has contributed to the PCA in their own right. However, the common thread and institutional pillar of the PCA over that period has been Brooks Daly. Brooks Daly is a man of vision and drive who has shown unwavering commitment to ensuring consistent standards of excellence in the work of the PCA. Largely as a result of his efforts, states, disputants, and world-renowned jurists have increasingly put their faith in the institution, acceding to its founding conventions and entrusting their disputes to its care. Numbers are not everything, but in this case, they are telling. In 2002, when Brooks Daly first arrived at the PCA, it was administering less than 10 affairs. Less than 10 affairs, and now we can say that PCA administers almost 80 arbitrations, 8 of which are state-state matters, the highest number ever, and over 40 of which are investor-state arbitrations. During Brooks Daly's time at the PCA, he has overseen the PCA's administrations of some of the most significant arbitrations in modern history. He has worked to expand the PCA state membership and network of host country agreements to facilitate arbitrations the world over. He has ensured that the PCA is consistently staffed with highly qualified, multi-jurisdictional and multilingual individuals. In addition, Brooks is a sought-after speaker, regular publisher, and dedicated teacher in the field of international dispute settlement. If that were not enough, he has also achieved something that is rarely witnessed of an expatriate. He has mastered the Dutch language. Through Brooks' tireless efforts, the PCA has resumed a position of not just relevance, but prominence in the field of international dispute settlement. The space that the PCA occupies is a significant one. All of you who have worked with Brooks and the staff that he leads will have experienced firsthand that he is the driving force behind that development. One constant objective of Dutch foreign policy, I'm happy to say that, is the enhancement of the rule of law. The increasing body of case law emanating from PCA proceedings contributes to this pursuit. The PCA's growth in activity also strengthens The Hague's reputation as the international legal capital, as it is profitable to the city also in an economic sense. Brooks Daly's efforts to see the PCA take its rightful place between the international institutions established in The Hague can therefore be qualified as a contribution of special and exceptional value to society. Brooks, it is my pleasure and honor to present you with the distinction of Officer in the Order of Orange-Nassau, which has been bestowed upon you by virtue of the royal decree of His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands.
I think I can congratulate. I can congratulate on behalf of all of you most warmly Brooks Daly for this great order for Orange-Nassau, and I give him the floor for a few words. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. This is indeed a surprise. When the Secretary General mentioned that this morning, I wondered what he was talking about. And slowly, some sense of foreboding had come over me, thinking that because I'm so involved in what's planned at the PCA, if there's something that's been planned that I'm not a part of, it must be to keep it a secret from me. Therefore, it must be about me. And because I have, over the years, had a lot of fun with my staff, surprising them with things and checking how good their sense of humor is, I had this suspicion that I was going to be embarrassed in one way or another. And this is a very pleasant surprise. I'm very grateful to the Netherlands, that's been my home now for over 11 years, and to the King and my Dutch friends and colleagues who have obviously sought to have this order bestowed upon me. I'll also say that none of this achievement of the PCA could have been done, of course, without my colleagues and the work of all of the International Bureau done before my arrival here, including, I'll cite specifically Hans Jonkman, who really worked hard in the 90s to to get the institution active again, and a lot of the work that he's done we're still building on today. I'll also cite two of the tribunals, courts and tribunals in The Hague that have been instrumental. Iran U.S. Claims Tribunal, the two governments, their trust and use of the institution gave it much activity over the years and continues to, and we continue to work with them in their important work. And of course, foremost, the World Court, the International Court of Justice. In this period of dormancy, when I've studied it and how the PCA has come out of it, we have to look at the 15 leading international jurists who inhabit the Peace Palace with the PCA. And it is those jurists and the fact that they are sought after, not only in their own court, but in international arbitration, that has allowed the PCA to come back to life. Their use of the PCA, their nurturing of the institution, has been critical and continues to be critical to its relevance in international dispute resolution. And I'd like to thank them as well for the success of the institution. Thank you very much.